Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs at Pokeyos. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I'll take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can think of a thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun? Or sold my soul for the tongue? Or dead since I was young? Or got some voodoo done?
Namaste. Namastizzle. Peace and blessings. Greetings. What's up? What's up, Legacy Sigma? How you doing, brother? What is going on? Ultra Instinct. What's up, people? How was y'all's weekend? How's everything going in this crazy, crazy world? Thoughts and prayers to the people in Southern California suffering from those fires. That's all I'm going to say about it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm not going to speak on it. There are other people who are out here who do speak on it, like Ani Osaru. He's been on here a couple times. So check his Patreon out. I think he speaks about it there. Maybe Frank Bansley, who's on my Facebook page. He breaks down gematria brilliantly. You're absolutely welcome. I hope it works. I still have yet to get that particular deck, but that workbook seems legitimate. I actually have not used it, but I figured those who subscribe to me on Patreon, I try to give y'all the best that I can. That I'm being honest when I say that. You know, one of the things I wanted to speak about is that it is crazy to me. But how about those Eagles? First of all, foremost, how about the Eagles? I know it's scripted. I do. I still enjoy the game of football. I grew up playing it, watching it. So I still enjoy the game itself. It has become corruptible. It has become a gambling pit. And, you know, it's rigged. I know that. But still, how about those Eagles? Right? It's funny to me that every time I go, like, for example, a doctor's appointment, when I'm in the waiting room, I'm usually the only person reading a book. I'm usually the only person. Everybody else, and I make sure I look, everybody else is got their faces buried in their phones every time. It happened just yesterday. I just went for a checkup. Everybody has their face, whether they have children or not, it doesn't make a difference. Everybody's on their phones, right? But what's viral right now, bullshit you not, a person reading a book has gone viral. Now, I guess I know why it went viral, but just for reading a book during a playoff game, and I'm talking about AJ Brown, who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, he was reading a book and it went viral because it's a playoff game, but I think it's because of the book itself, Inner Excellence by, I think John Murphy is the name of the author. I think that's his name. Imagine living in a society where reading a book goes viral, and now that book is number one on Amazon. Oh, you want some money? Okay, that's what's up. That's truly what's up. Divine Peace, Caribbean Grimoire, how you doing? And thanks, shout out to Caribbean Grimoire. He always sends me some excellent books. You know, Inner Excellence. You like that book? Okay, okay. I was consider getting that book. It's a self-help book. You know what I mean? What's up, Hip Hop Elevation? I considered it, but I have enough books. I went through self-help books I'm not exaggerating. When I was younger, one of the first self-help books I read was How to Win Friends and Influence People. I was just that starved for knowledge when I was 12, 13 years old. You know what I mean? One of the best books, if you want to talk about self-help books. Now, granted, that book that AJ Brown was reading on the sideline is an excellent book from what I've read. I haven't read it personally. Okay. But it's interesting. One of the best wide receivers in the game is reading something that's philosophical on the sidelines during a playoff game. You know what I mean? What was more interesting is that he said to the media, I always read books. Y'all just happened to catch me that day. He said, I carry books wherever I go. I found that really interesting. He's a millionaire and still reads books. I carry books everywhere I go. I always have a backpack with me. You never know when you're going to have time. As the doctor's office is a perfect example. What's up, Tosh? How are you? And how's the weather in Chicago? I got mad today. I will admit, I got pissed off. I knew it was going to be a sunny, bright day, and these motherfuckers started spraying the skies. Pissed me off. I was pissed off, man. And now it's overcast and shit. You know what I mean? They don't want you to have that vitamin D for nothing. I read that book years ago. Okay. All right. Once had a girlfriend who would get mad when I would read. This shit would blow my mind. She had to go. Yeah. I had a girlfriend in El Paso when me and my wife divorced. I had a girlfriend who was the biggest mistake of my life, who took a picture of me reading. I was reading a Stephen King book. And it says, What He Does Best. This is the Polaroid title that she gave it, What He Does Best, as if she was jealous of me reading. I remember having a conversation, and I said a word that I guess was considered a big word. And she looked at me like this. What does that mean? Like she was pissed off because I said a big word. She had to go. She had to fucking go. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get it. Ultra instinct. She had to go. Happy New Year's. I've always have a backpack as well. People act very strange about it, but I've always been myself. I bullshit you not. Every time I get strange looks when I'm reading an actual book. That's the craziest shit to me, that you can get. What is abnormal is actually reading a book. You should be reading your phone. This is what people think. I told y'all before, I use my phone as a phone. You know what I mean? So I get strange looks. I don't care. I don't care. I'll still continue to read books, especially grimoires. I mean, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said everything is in books. She said it. It's bananas here, weather-wise and politics-wise. Please elaborate. What's up, the politics? I got people on my friends list that's warning about the 20th. I'm like, y'all doing too much. Like, seriously, we go through this shit every year. Every 4 years, we go through the same shit, and y'all continue to be surprised about it. Biggest mistake? Nah, I hit the jackpot with that one. Well, no. What I mean is she turned out to be the biggest mistake of my life. The one of the worst things that ever happened to me. That particular female. That's what I meant. If you hit the jackpot, so be it. Not shame on you for not knowing. Right. I'm telling you, it was the look she gave me. And that's when I realized this bitch is stupid. Right. You know what I mean? This bitch is stupid, and she got mad at me for using a word she didn't know. Don't fucking be mad at me for having a vocabulary. Shit. But yeah, got mad. Currently reading the Mahabharata to help my mantras in doing that. That is an excellent epic. This is one of the videos I give out in one of my classes. Um, it's 6 hours long. I'll be honest, I did not know about it until Azazel Bay. When I seen it on his website, and when the title said "The Science of Ganesha," it is 6 hours long. It is a creation epic. It is one of the most beloved epics in Hindu society. Time travel, Dora Paul's memory. What's up, Lloyd? Oh, you're agreeing with me? Okay. My mistake. I'm so sorry. My phone loaded with audiobooks and mantras. Mine too. I have audiobooks. I tried the audiobooks. It didn't work for me. I tried putting Carlos Castaneda's books. This is about 10, 11 years ago. Was working as corporate still, and I had to travel an hour to work. And so I tried to listen, and it just doesn't do it for me. I like reading myself. You know what I mean? But I get your point. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. I have actual PDFs on my phone. I have mantras on my phone. A lot of the mantras I have come from Baal Cadman. When he was actually selling his mantras, he was selling his mantras for a minute. I don't know what made him take them down, but I grabbed them. What's up, Bobby L? Just finished watching Bleach 1000 Year Blood War is raw and heavily Shinto occult. Oh, I started back. I've been into My Hero Academia for the past 2 months. So I've been steady on that. And then I decided recently, hey, I need to finish Bleach. So I went to that, and you're absolutely right. It is heavily Shinto themed. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it. My son and his best friend gave me another one to watch called Blue Exorcist. They said I would love it because of what I'm into. So you know what that means. Occult themes. That, and I need to go back. I still am undecided if I'm going back to Boruto. It was boring me, to be honest. But I don't like to start nothing. I don't like to start something and not finish it. Diving deep into the Vedic sciences. That is what's up. That is great because the Vedic mantras are something else. Please tell me you remember what word it was, because it was astute. What word was it? I can't remember. It was Tosh. I'm sorry. It was back in like 98, 99. You know how long ago that was? All I remember is the look she gave me. She's like, what that mean? Dora pause. That's crazy that somebody gets mad at you for having a vocabulary. Only audiobook I have now is the Epic in Sanskrit. Okay. I got the the orange colored self-ember from Cosmic Comics on my phone. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So you have both comic books, Bobby O? Do you use binaural beats? I started out using binaural beats. Now you can find them on YouTube. Binaural beats are the best. My meditation machine uses isochronic tones. I don't think it uses binaural beats, but I started off using binaural beats. They are the best as far as reprogramming your subconscious, in my opinion. Blies, if I'm saying that right. Just was watching 1000 Year Blood War before this. Damn, everybody getting into it. I think it's finished. If I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if Bleach is finished, like completely finished. What's up, Zoe boy? Oh, Blue Exorcist is fire? Okay. That's what's up. Thanks for the confirmation. I love old school animes. There's some old school animes that are pornographic. Did you know that? Yeah. Did Azazel Bey do a lecture on the Mahabharata? No, he didn't. If he did, I don't know about it. Um, Again, when his site was just packed. When it was up and running and he was still with Majid, his site was packed full of everything you could want, which is, I'll say one more time. Every time I had extra money to spare, I would spend it on his site. It was just that much information. I wanted every bit of it. You know what I mean? What pisses me off though sometimes now is that some of the stuff that I have my students watch for a particular class is now on YouTube. You know what I mean? I paid for this shit. So, but now everything's on fucking YouTube. But no, to answer your question, I don't believe he did a lecture on it. You got both volumes of his dream book. My copy of the dream book is already filled out. It has a few illustrations. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Purple Noise is powerful. Yes, agreed. Demon Slayer is excellent. I am actually on season the Hashira training arc when it comes to Demon Slayer. I think I was maybe telling y'all this, but I was saying that Demon Slayer had one of the best fights I have ever seen in the anime, period. And that was, I think, the entertainment arc. The end of the entertainment arc when he was fighting the brother and the sister, Demon. That was one of the best choreographed fights I have ever seen, hands down. Hands fucking down. It is one of the best. The artwork, everything. 80s anime was wild. I came in Legend of the Overfiend. Right. Ninja Scroll. I still will watch that at least once a year. I will watch Ninja Scroll at least once a year. Fist of the North Star was another one of my favorites. I was actually collecting them because they was cheap where I was at. I was in El Paso and I was buying videotapes of anime at a video store. Yes, Azazel Bey had a dream book, a dream journal. It was meant for you to write down your dreams in. Tokyo Ghoul Fi. I honestly never heard that one. Can I get your opinion on the TikTok ban? They've been trying to do that for a couple of years now. I mean, what difference does it? My opinion, it doesn't. I don't like TikTok. And remember what I said the last time. I know people say there's a lot of informational stuff on it. I just haven't seen it. Every time I go just to open it, there's some stupid shit there. And anybody can get famous on TikTok. You know what I mean? Anybody. I think this is how Cooking with Kaya came out. But I think it's a distraction. Like everything is a distraction. I don't really care. And that's not to diminish your question. I mean, you did ask for my opinion, but I just don't care. I don't use it. And I think there's other avenues. I just don't care. I'm partway through a second dream book, a journal of my own making, has less illustrations, but is more deciphered using the Rosicrucian dream book by Mr. Pascal Beverly Randolph. I was just giving one of my students that book, you know. Well, I was explaining to him that one of the things you need to do when you're interpreting dreams, because they're very subjective and they have to do with you, is you get several different aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just use that particular book to interpret your dreams. Go to other sources. You know what I mean? This comes from Azazel Bey telling me. He said, yeah, that book is good, but it's outdated. You know, it was written in the 1800s. I was like, what difference does it make? Virgo. I was like, what difference does it make? But he was like, just get different sources of the same. That's just like when it comes to magic, the subject that I'm usually talking about. You get different books on the same subject so you can compare and contrast. Don't use just one book for your source. Use several sources. If that makes sense. That book is excellent, though. It is excellent. And the only reason I got that particular book was because he endorsed it. I was curious about that particular anime. I keep seeing it advertised on Adult Swim. It looks like it might be good. I don't know. It looks like it might be good, but it also looks like it might be stupid. Which is it? Ultra Instinct. Akame Gal Kill. Underrated. Okay. Here's something else I need to get then. If y'all giving me these names of these animes that I never heard of, then I'm going to have to write them down. Am I saying it right? Akame Ga Kill? Is that right? And Tokyo Ghoul? One Piece is on. I keep hearing that. And then other people say you'll either love it or you'll hate it. And it's over 1,000 fucking episodes. So you'll be watching for years. It took me a whole year just to get through 750 episodes of Naruto. It took a whole year for that. So I'm thinking maybe 2 years for One Piece. If I decide, I woke up in the middle of the night. I had to empty my bladder and One Piece was on. And so while I'm waiting to go back to sleep, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this actually looks like it might be interesting. The little boy with the kind of funny straw hat, you know what I mean? I might eventually get into One Piece. I know it's about pirates or something like that, but they travel to different ancient worlds or something. And one episode had a city up in the sky or some shit like that. Am I right? As for great fight scenes, recently I saw Dragon Ball Broly on Hulu. Epic fights throughout. Damn, here's another one. Dragon Ball. Don't shoot me for saying this. I've never seen Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Broly. I've never seen Dragon Ball Z. Ever. Use the technology. Don't let the technology use you. Agreed. I still don't like it. I mean, I still don't like it. I don't. I just don't like it. Eventually, I may go over to it. I mean, I have a what do you call it? A profile on there. I have a profile. I don't use it. I'm still not paying you to photocopy. I'm in the middle of doing it. I really am. Brother Moore is helping me. You know what I mean? It's coming. It's just gonna take me a minute because we figured out it's gonna be tedious. That's the word to use. It's gonna be tedious. It's gonna be time consuming just to make it into PDF form. It's gonna be tedious to do. So subjective unconscious changes every generation, I think. I totally agree. Have you seen Dan Da Dan? No, I'm assuming. What's up, Amir? Dan Da Dan. I'm assuming that's an anime. God damn. Y'all done already gave me about 5 of them. No, never seen it. Do you have any dream book recommendations? I do not, honestly. I only use Azazel's book and the Rosicrucian Dream book. I also go to Google. Even though Google's not a real reliable source, I still go to it just to compare. But dream book recommendations, sorry, I don't have any. I really don't. So, okay, I said it right. Okay. Full Metal Alchemist. I tried watching that a long time ago. I couldn't do it. I might go back to it. And everybody tells me that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the one to go to. Also, Death Note. I love Death Note. What else? What's the other ones? When it comes to anime, I'm a connoisseur of those. They are mostly occult, in my opinion. Someone else told me about Black Butler or Black Clover. I think they're 2 separate ones. Hunter x Hunter. There's so many of those. It is good. Main character is a dunce, but he's super strong. That's just like every character. Like on My Hero Academia, the main character is a crybaby. He starts off a crybaby, like Naruto starts off a crybaby. You know, they like to build you up compared to American anime. You know what I mean? The last American anime I saw was a couple of it was in Mexico, I think. It only had like 8 episodes. I prefer I prefer the Asian anime, quite honest. Black Clover is real cool. It's all about magic and elements. Okay, that's what's up. All right. Akame ga Kill Hellfire. All right. I both love and hate One Piece. How can you? It can't be one or the other, Tosh. It can't be one or the other. You never got into anime. Anime is good, man, because they have stories, and I'm a sucker for stories, which is why I read so much. I grew up reading. I grew up that way. My grandmother and my mother got me into reading, so the stories are great. They always got like moral stories to them. Once you get older, though, I think you graduate to the occult level, seeing the occult themes in the anime. You know what I mean? Plus, if you grew up like me, I grew up watching karate flicks and Bruce Lee and Dragon Lee, and you know what I'm saying? The old where the Asian men with the white hair could kick everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with Ultra Instinct. How do you say that? Is it Mashle? Good material centered around a non-magic character immersed in an elite mage. Okay. I'll check that one out. The other one that I was watching is Jujutsu Kaisen. I need to go back to that one. I'll be honest. I got to the second season and it was dragging on. It was just like boring. It was a far cry from what the first season was. I'm like, where are they going with this? You know what I mean? I would say all of them, honestly, are good for the occultists. You know, once you open up those parts of the brain that can recognize what you're seeing, like I always tell y'all, I get occult information everywhere. You know what I mean? But Naruto is heavily occult themed. Jujutsu Kaisen, that's a good one. And everything that everybody else mentioned. Some anime is just about martial arts. You know what I mean? Ninja Scroll is about martial arts. It is one of the best ones you're ever going to see, though, in my opinion. Dragon Ball Z is a classic. I was waiting for somebody to say that. No, I've never seen Dragon Ball Z. I've never seen it. What's up, Melanin Mommy? What's going on? Yeah, I'm halfway through the 4 Agreements book. It's been a half hour. I ain't even got to it yet. I haven't even gotten to it yet. That is Melanin Mommy. Aren't you in? Where are you? I keep asking. I'm sorry. You're in California, right? I can't remember which one you prefer, dubbed, and I like dubbed. I will suffer through subtitles when it comes to old kung fu flicks. I'll suffer that way, or Ip Man. I love Ip Man. You know what I mean? I never watched Dragon Ball, just wasn't feeling it. I just never got into it. No particular reason. I just never got into it. Undead, Unluck, Hell's Paradise. God damn, man. Sheesh. I'm gonna have to come back to this. I gotta edit this video anyway. When I find another dream book with good up-to-date cross-reference, I will share it with the community. That's what's up. I appreciate that, Bobby L. Anime Monster by Naoki. It's like Death Notes on steroids. God damn. Monster. See, when I see the word monster or the title monster, I'm thinking of the movie that was around 2003 with Charlize Theron and Christina Ricci. So I'm glad you cleared that up. Anyway, we're talking about anime. Hunter x Hunter. Peace, Brother Moore. Peace, Sister Righteous. Yeah, she came in right on time because we were talking about anime. DeLawrence Has a Dream section in his book, The Obia Bible, is a staple in Obia and Hoodoo. The Obia Bible is a must-have for the occultists, in my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. It was banned in Jamaica. It is a workbook for hoodooists. You know, it has some great information in it. Thanks for the assist, Caribbean Grimoire. Right, the stories do be everything. They really do. Naruto's storyline is great. I mean, it is. The way he grew up, you know, an outcast, and the way he came into power is a great story. I know you'll find Dan good. There's a lot of action Japanese demon lore. Okay. All right. Fate Zero. Peace. Rayshawn Justice. What's up? Vinland Saga did the same majors between the first 6 seasons. It's like 30 animes. Yeah, I see that. Vampire Hunter. Wicked City is my shit. Yes, Wicked City. Never heard of the Devil Lady, Devil Man. These are old 90s adult rated. Thank you. I'm on it. I am fucking on it. I love those kind of anime. I love those 90s one. Vampire Hunter D. Y'all not, I'm not getting on my title, y'all. I mean my topic. I wanted to talk about the 4 agreements. This is one of the books that you should have in your library. It is not necessarily all right. It is not necessarily a magic book or an occult book. It's a self-help book, much like the book that AJ Brown was reading. The author is Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's a code of conduct, basically, based on Toltec teachings that purport to improve one's life. Okay. This book is fantastic. It is. It gained popularity after being endorsed by Oprah Winfrey on her show in 2001 and then again in 2013. It has been on the New York Times bestseller list for over a decade. Get this book if you can. The 4 Agreements. Okay? Based on Toltec wisdom here. Right? The very first agreement. The very first one. Be impeccable with your word. That's the very first, you know, remember when Scarface said, without your word, what did he say? A man who has no words. He said, all I have is my word and my balls. Well, a man without his, it's been said so many times. A man without his word is nothing. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. You know what I mean? And use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Give me a second, y'all. One second. All right. I like to be very concise in what I say. I like to say what I mean. I stand on what I say. If I am wrong about something, I will admit to it. You know what I mean? Lying comes so easy to people these days. It's actually normal to lie to people. You know what I mean? But that's the first agreement. Be impeccable with your word. You can't imagine how many times someone has told me, I'm going to take all your classes, or I'm going to buy this off your site. Something I may have talked about, like the Astro Travel Herbal Mix. And I never hear from these people again. You know what I mean? I don't trust people because people lie so much. Their word means absolutely nothing. You know, I don't solicit myself or my services. It's out there for anybody who cares to look at it. You know, but like I said, society has become so corrupt that, you know, your word, people's word means absolutely nothing anymore. And that includes family. So be impeccable with your word. Like I said, in several movies and TV shows, they always speak, and that's ancient Toltec wisdom. They always speak about being, you know, mean what you say. Don't just say anything. You know what I mean? Um, Everybody get that? That comes from the Four Agreements. It can help you grow as a person. It really can. Get that book. One of y'all get that book by that AJ Brown was reading and tell me how it is. I might get it myself, but Four Agreements is a winner. It really is. Like I said, this is why my circle is so small. I've caught people in lies so much. I've caught people lying to me who have taken my classes. I've caught people lying about the simplest shit ever, you know, and why? Well, maybe one of the reasons because they spraying in this damn sky every goddamn day. You know what I mean? But people take things like this really, really lightly. Dragon Ball Z is based on Hanuman. Come. Code Geist. I got to the first episode and didn't get past that. I'm gonna have to go back to that one. But that's what I thought. Okay. So the fires are not near you then, right? I hope not. You miss Oakland? Correct me if I'm wrong, but California is a Democratic state, right? The author of Berserk was deep into clip off and it killed him because of too much energy. Same thing with Hunter x Hunter. The author is very sick. This goes back to what I say, that if you're not ready for certain energies, then leave it alone. You know what I mean? Build yourself up to it. I've ran across a class I gave years ago, and the former student said to me, and I didn't mean to come to this part, but the former student said, how long do you think it will be before I'm ready? And I'm like, ready to do what? Ready, you know, to do work. I'm like, you got to build yourself up to do work for other people. Because if something goes wrong, are you going to take responsibility for fucking somebody's life up? You know what I mean? People want to jump into it and jump right into grandmasterdism, which is not a word, but I guess I just made it up. The clip off is dark energy. It is part of my Magick course 401. And the clip off is where I told y'all that I felt those effects. That was clip off magic I was dealing with. You know what I mean? When I say I couldn't calm my body down and I was smelling smoke and I was burning up, that was the clip off that I was working with. The stream is worth saving, is laced with the pyroclastic references. I hope every stream that I do is worth saving, sir. Yeah, Wicked City is with that spider lady. That shit fucked me up the first time I saw it. Vampire Hunter D is pure beast. I'm sure I can find most of these on Hulu. I have canceled my Netflix. Fuck Netflix. All I have in this world is my word and my boss, or however he said it. Scarface said that. But be impeccable with your word. The second agreement. Don't take anything personally. You know, there are times where my memes on Facebook offends people, and I know that. I don't mean for it to happen, but I think the shit is funny. And the people who are in my circle find it funny. There are people who have unfriended me for these memes. They have taken the memes personally. Why? Why would you take a meme personally? You know what I mean? But that's the second agreement. Nothing others. Don't Second agreement, don't take anything personally. Part A, nothing others do is because of you. Nothing others do is because of you. Part B, what others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. Okay. And C, when you are immune to the options and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. I say this all the time. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I can get weird looks for reading books out in public. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says about me. You know what I mean? It makes me absolutely no difference. And I'm proud to say I've always been that way. I've always been a nerd. Always. You know what I mean? The girls in my neighborhood all went after the hood dudes, the street niggas. You know what I mean? Most of those dudes, they ain't shit these days. You know, of course I looked. I looked, you know, most of these, just like the interview that Michael B. Jordan, the actor, he did an interview with a young lady who went to school with him. And he reminded her that she called him corny when they were younger. He reminded her that. See, shit like that you don't forget. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. I've always had that mindset, and nobody drilled that in me. I've just always been built that way. You see what I'm saying? I never take anything personally. The only time that you can take me out my character is if you insult me in some kind of way or try to come after me magically or after my family. Then I'm gonna have to handle you. You know what I mean? There's a difference. This is why I refuse to argue with morons online, because most adults read at a 5th grade reading level. That should tell you about the intelligence level of most Americans. This is not my words. They do studies on this. I think I said this before. They do studies on how stupid Americans are. You know, even in The Wire, one of the cops said, yeah, the public pretty much believes anything we tell them. And it's fucking obvious from the past 5 years that they will believe anything that the television tells them. Okay. So never take anything personally. This is law agreement, the second agreement. Okay. Out of the 4, that's the second agreement. All right. Toltec books are full of wisdom. Okay. And I did a live, not a live, but I did a video, an uploaded video on the art of losing yourself. Okay. It's still here on YouTube. It's free, you know, where I give out Toltec rituals on destroying the ego. You use masks to do it. Okay. Yes, I have Toltec books in my arsenal. All right. Castlevania is very occult and good action and plot, as well as Castlevania Nocturne. Dang, I have never heard of that. Y'all are bringing out some ones I think I heard of that one, but passingly. TV Lelouch. What the hell is that? Lelouch. Ah. Cold Geist is one of your top 5, Tosh? Really? Okay. Do you not know your word shall be bond, regardless to whom or what? Yes, my word is my bond is my life, and I shall give my life before my word shall fail. One's word matters. Excellent. Bobby L always coming with the thunder. Excellent. Absolutely. That's why I say I'm always very precise in what I say to y'all on here. And when I have been wrong about something, I have come and retracted what I said previously. I believe your word does matter in a society where lying is actually fucking normal. All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break. That's what he said. Thanks for the assist, Zoboy. I appreciate it. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly right. Okay. I've been looking at the 4 agreements for years now, but just haven't pulled the trigger. It is not a long book. It is, I think, less than 100 or less. No, I'm sorry. Less than 200 pages. It's about 130 pages, 38 pages. I wouldn't be surprised if AJ Brown has read this book. If he's reading the book Inner Excellence, then I'm sure he's read this book. It's been on the New York Times bestseller list for over a decade, y'all. Over a decade, right? This is my favorite one, number 3. This is my absolute favorite one because I am sure y'all have heard this before. I'm sure your elders have told you this before. Your grandparents have told you this before. Don't make assumptions. Do not make assumptions. Don't assume anything. Ask. You know what I mean? I implore my students. I say, if you want to know something, ask me. Don't think that anything's stupid. You know, no question is a stupid question. If you won't know, if you know, I know several occultists who presume to read me and have always been wrong. I've known several people to assume things when I've been speaking to them and have been 100% fucking wrong. You know what I mean? And recently I come across someone just like that. I'm like, you assume way too much. You know, you are creating a reality that does not exist. Okay? Don't make assumptions. A, find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Okay? One more time. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. B, communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. You have no idea how many people, friendships have ended because people, just because of a simple misunderstanding. And my opinion, if someone can unfriend you or block you or whatever, just end the relationship, period, because of a simple misunderstanding. They weren't your friend in the first goddamn place. All right. This is why communication is so important. You know what I mean? Communication is so very important. I see this all the time with people making assumptions. Okay. Some people like to make assumptions based on the memes that I post. I'm like, none of that applies to me. Sometimes I may agree with a meme. Sometimes the shit just make me fucking laugh and I giggle about it. But it's never about my personal life. Sometimes I'll say something because I'll see something and I'll post it on my page and people assume it's about me. I'm like, I'm never, ever, 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 ever am going to post my personal information for you motherfuckers to try and dissect and talk about me and gossip. I'll never do that. You know what I mean? What you see is what you get. You're only getting the information that I allow. See what I'm saying? Don't make assumptions. The third agreement. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life with just that one. Okay? Last one of the 4 agreements. Always do your best. This applies to Magick, y'all. Always do your best. Okay? There used to be this thing back when I first got to the dark side Magick, and it was like, you know, fake it till you make it. No, don't fake it till you make it. Always just do your best. All right? It applies. If you think you can't pronounce something, pronounce it the best you can. I had that problem in Palo Mayombe when I was trying to do certain rituals. You know, some of the words are in Spanish. I don't know a whole lot of Spanish. I did at one time. If you don't, Spanish is a language. If you don't constantly practice it, you can lose it. I lost it. You know what I mean? But always do your best, no matter what happens, no matter what it entails. Always just do your best. Okay. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. You should never practice a magical ritual if you are under the weather. That is one of the worst things that you can do. Okay. But always do your best. Under any circumstance, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. I always do my best with whatever it may entail. I think I said that already, but I don't regret anything that I do. And any friendship, any relationship, anything where someone has unfriended or blocked me or just distanced themselves from me, I don't care. You know what I mean? Because I if I know for a fact that I have not wronged you in any kind of way, I don't care if we ever fucking speak again. This has happened to me several times. People have blocked me for no reason. These are people I thought I was actually cool with. I always do my best when it comes to people, when it comes to my word, especially when it comes to my students. See what I mean? Nobody can make you regret something when you know you've done your best at it. It is a blue state income. Yes, but many red hats in it. Okay, gotcha. Quote from The Wire by Brother Mazone 2. Business is where you are now, but what you have done is your word and your reputation. Thank you, Lord. Another great quote. Without it, you're done. I love Brother Mazone. You know what I mean? Brother Mazone reminded Avon, look, you got this reputation. You have your word. You would do right by us. Hand this motherfucker over. He tried to kill me. Avon ain't have a choice. For those of you who watch The Wire, Avon ain't have a choice. He had to, your reputation means everything. Okay? Your reputation means everything. Your reputation precedes you. And he had to stand by his reputation and his word. You know what I mean? As for the masses believing what is on face value and their cognitive dissonance, Azariah taught me, he said that a lot. Do not pass curls before swine. He said that a whole lot. I know he said that a whole lot. You're absolutely correct. What is the darkest occult book you own? Oh my God. I can't answer that. I don't know. It might be that book. Necronomicon. This might be, but it's very coded. Off the top of my head, I don't know. You read it some years back? Okay. The Art of War is another one you should have. All these books is something I was going to go into, but it looks like I'm going to have to continue on Thursday. These different philosophies, these different books you can apply to magical practice, especially The Art of War. I love that particular book. There are corporate people, corporate management people who use that book. It can be applied to anything, The Art of War. It can be applied to any fucking thing. People create assumptions because they fear the void of the unknown. Absolutely. It makes them feel safe. You're absolutely correct. There's an occult version of The Art of War book. Can't remember the title. When you do, let me know. I sought consultation about my friends. Azariah taught me to know the tree meaning for a friend, subtract the letter R. He was always giving out wisdom like that. He'll leave it right there. He will leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? According to Jason Black, California is blue in the cities, but outside of those municipalities, it is more conservative. Namaste. Katrina, Home Skillet, what is up? Never read a book by its cover, right? It's easier for people to judge than to seek to understand, and most people will do that. I had people come at me before based on what somebody told them. You know what I mean? Based on what somebody told them, they came after me. I was like, y'all ain't had nothing to do with this. Do y'all know what really happened? Not that I spent my time explaining, because I just put shit into action. But it amazes me how people can go and get an army against a person. I've seen it happen, y'all. I mean, believe it or not, I've seen it happen. They can get an army against a person based on what they say. I'm not jumping on your side against your enemy as a sign of loyalty to you. That's 12, 13, 14-year-old mentality. I'm not doing that. I got you. People, your character or light is always a target. You're absolutely correct. While we're on books, get this book, y'all, please. It is on Amazon. It is on PDF. It is an easy read. The 4 agreements. Okay. 4 agreements. Here is what it looks like in like a wait, give me a second. All right, so it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me share the page, which is weird to me, but okay. I can't get it to share. So anyway, get the book. Get this book. But on top of that, get this book. Check this out. 48 Laws of Power. It amazed me that someone told me they would not get this book because celebrities got this book. That amazed me. You know why? You will never know what is inside a book unless you fucking open it up and read it. This is one of the best books you can have. That and the 4 agreements. 48 Laws of Power. Okay? There is so much in this. It is unreal. Pose as a friend, work as a spy, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Make other people come to you, use bait if necessary, win through your actions, never through argument. Never outshine the master. This is one of the best laws that you can have in the corporate environment. Never outshine the master. I learned that one quickly. Even though I knew more. And if you ever watch The Sopranos, there you go. But law number 27. Law number 27 says this. You ready for this? Law number 27 of the 48 Laws of Power. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. Keep your words vague but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm over rationality and clear thinking. Give your new disciples rituals to perform. Ask them to make sacrifices on your behalf. In the absence of organized religion and grand causes, your new belief system will bring you untold power. Get these 2 books, y'all. Please get these 2 books. Okay? Get these 2 books. You can't go wrong with either one of them. I promise you this. All right? What I learned about a lie is it had at least 2 kinds. A lie by falsehood and a lie by omitting vital details. And is used to revise the context to known facts in the liar's favor. That is excellent. Bobby L. again with the thunder. I bought 2 by mistake. I gifted a friend the extra one. Okay. Playing dumb is a superpower. I do it all the time. I still do that. I still do that. All of Robert Greene's books are excellent. He has another one called the what's it called? The Laws of Seduction. Something about seduction. But his books are excellent. But so is this one. The topic today was the 4 agreements. Okay? One more time for those of you who came in late. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions. Always do your best. Toltec wisdom there. Never outshine, never outshine the master. Right. They will hate you for it. Spirit is speaking through you today. I guess I am. Appreciate you, Sister Righteous. Namaste, Edward. Never outshine the master. Caught me a few times. Right. It caught me too. You know, I learned that the very last time I learned, and I adjusted and let them shine. But it works really well in the corporate environment. I promise you this. There are other laws in here. There are 48 of them. Duh. But it is an excellent, excellent book. Master the art of timing. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Discover each man's thumb screw. Everyone has a weakness, a gap in the castle wall. That weakness is usually an insecurity and uncontrollable emotional need. It can also be a small secret pleasure. Either way, once found, it is a thumbscrew you can turn to your advantage. Okay? Law number 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. I love that one. Despise the free lunch. Excellent book. Please get it. The Art of Seduction. Thank you. Ultra Instinct. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Moore. It's crazy when you don't know that you are outshining the master. I try to keep a lid on it, though. 50 Cent once spoke this book and how it helped him, and years later he worked with Robert Greene to write the 50th Power. Did he really? Damn. 50 made moves. I much respect the 50. I don't fuck with his music that much, but as a businessman, I respect that nigga's hustle. And Vivica Fox, she flat out, she lost that one. She fumbled that shit hard because he's everywhere now, business wise. You know what I mean? I'm going to look that book up. Yes, this book is great. Everybody who goes inside reads 48 laws. Yes. Really? Okay. I got what you're saying. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me today. This has been an absolute pleasure. Get the 4 agreements. It can help transform your life. Get Inner Excellence that AJ Brown was reading that is now viral all over the internet. Get the 48 Laws of Power. These are books that are not necessarily occult books, but they're self-help books. And in order to be a great occultist, mind, body, spirit. Okay? Always use this. Always work with it as a muscle. Think of it as a muscle that you got to constantly work out. See what I'm saying? The Art of Seduction, the Art of War. All these can be applied with magic. It doesn't have to be separate. See what I'm saying? I will see y'all next time on Thursday. And then I will get into the other philosophical aspects that I wanted to speak about today. But y'all got me into anime for the first 30 minutes. So I appreciate y'all. I really do. Thanks for chopping it up with me. I'm the one and only, the diabolical Magick LaCroix. As I greet you in peace, as always, assalamu alaikum. Namaste, y'all. Peace. Thank you, everybody who came today. I'm still reading your comments. That's why I haven't actually closed out. I have the 50th Power. You got to respect 50. I'm going to get it. Robert Greene has a book titled Mastery. There it uses Leonardo pretending to obey a requested correction by him. Okay. Den of Thieves. I've been thinking of watching it. I want to watch the first one because Ice Cube, one of my favorite rappers, his son is in it. Thank you. Caribbean Grimoire, Sister Righteous, Tosh, Katrina, Bobby L, Legacy, Ultra Instinct, Edward, Brother Moore, Legacy Sigma, Zoboy, Hip Hop Elevation, Moonchild, Lloyd, Melanin Mommy, Rayshawn Justice, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'll see y'all again. Peace, y'all. I'm out.